freaking cool. Hey yo, my name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be going to the Ransom Rig book signing for Conference of the Birds. Oh my god! Hashtag stay peculiar. So, this way? Oh my god! Oh my god! So right now I got here a little bit early. They're doing the golden tickets, and actually I have silver, if you can't see right now. So right now everyone is seeing Ransom, and I caught a little peek of him, as you can see in this clip. And until then, as you can see, I'm next to the mangas, and I got my book ready for its signing, and I have all my other books right there as well, and I just can't wait. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, just show me your wristbands and make sure your books are flat to where you want them signed. Okay, hold on a second. You got it. Is everybody singing back here? Okay. All right. You can go ahead and go through. Very good. Very good.
Perfect.
Hold on one second, please.
I do have one free front row seat too, if anybody needs a front row.
That's totally like whatever. Duck.
Their tattoos? Yeah, okay. Do we enter the costume contest?
Yes.
That was less confident, guys. Okay, we need to circle back at the end. All right, are you guys ready for Mr. Ransom Riggs?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and give him a warm welcome.
Hey, how are you guys? Been a nice shot. And they can hear me downstairs, and they'll be drawn up by the dulcet tones of my voice, or something. How are you guys? Good. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a while since I've been to Texas, so I'm happy to be back. We were in New Orleans earlier today and drove for many hours, and it got way better after we left Louisiana. It just got so much better. So I'm happy to be here. I see some familiar faces in the audience. This is so cool. That happens once in a while. It's nice to tour around the country and just find old friends. So you guys are mostly new friends. The book has been out for a week. If you don't know what this is, it's like sequel number 5 to Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. If you don't know what that is, I can't help you. But the book's been out for under a week, and that's the buffer zone in which I'm still weirded out that it's in the world at all. And I get, I have a double take when I see it in people's hands because it's still so new, and it's supposed to just be on my hard drive, and no one has read it yet. But now people know my secrets, and a lot of people have read it, and I'm not getting any hate mail yet, but we'll see.
My question for you is, now that parenthood is in your realm, how has being a parent affected your writing or your time management or influenced your stories in any way?
How has being a parent changed my writing? Well, I have less time to do it. But it's made me more efficient and streamlined and sort of focused, It's like, I have to, I have a person to support now. I was already motivated to write the books because I loved my work, but now it's like, you're gonna put the bread on the table, so that helps. And just, it's funny how the number of hours that you have to work in a day can go down dramatically, but the amount that you produce in that time goes up. So, became a more efficient human being. It was nice. Yes, sir.
I'm kind of wondering, do you use Word for Windows and insert the pictures where you think they should go in the galleys, essentially?
Well, sorry, that was very loud. I work in a program called Scrivener, which is just like a fancy word processing. software, and sometimes I'll put the photos right in there, like I have scans of everything and they're JPEGs. But sometimes I'll just write photo here, find later. And then sometimes I'll do a pass later after I've already written the book, and I'll find opportunities to put photos in that hadn't necessarily occurred to me when I was writing. But I've got a big archive of photos that I've collected over the years, and at the beginning of every book, before I start writing, I kind of go through them and I earmark pictures I think would be great to use in the book, and 90% of them I don't end up finding a way to use, which is always a little disappointing. But then pictures I never expected to be useful pop out later. So there's still pictures that every book I'm like, I'm going to use you this time, and then it doesn't work out, and it's all right. You bet.
Who is your personal favorite character?
I like Enoch a lot. He's such a jerk. But I also like Millard because he's that annoying know-it-all at the party who corners you and won't stop telling you facts. Yes.
Will we ever officially find out what happens to Fiona, or are you going to leave it up to the imagination?
So, wouldn't it be funny if I waited all this time and didn't tell you, and then just as you got the book, I spoiled it? She's dead. There's an answer in the book, I promise. Yes, sir, in the back.
As I'm sure you know, readers have understood or taken the books in terms of peculiarity that have kind of read it as pertaining to the Jewish experience and having peculiarity being similar to the experience of anti-Semitism. People have kind of read it as having a relationship to the experience of queerness. I mean, there are different ways in which people kind of interpret peculiarity as having different kind of symbolic meanings. Is that something that you ever, I mean, did you sit down and think, I'm writing something allegorical, or is that really just stuff that readers throw on?
I think the concept of peculiarity is kind of a Rorschach test, that you can read whatever kind of difference you want into it. They're marginalized people, refugees, outcasts, and there are so many ways to be a marginalized outcast in our society, and I think they're, I kind of want to talk about all of them at once in this efficient way. So the answer to all those questions is yes, it is about that also. You with the camera. Hi.
Hi. Since the world of Peculiar is so large and so much is unknown, would you ever consider doing a spin-off with, say, Abe, someone that we know, or a whole cast of new characters?
I have considered it, but I definitely want to write something else, totally unrelated, after I conclude the series. But I'm not one to push down the plunger on the TNT. So the world will probably still be there despite the high stakes. There always are in these books. And I may come back to it, but I'm not sure. I have thought about doing an Abe story. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yes.
Like a prequel?
Yes.
But there's so many World War II books already. No. Or totally new people. It would be nice to for a fresh start, right? Who knows? We'll see. Yes?
Two questions. Was there any characters in the book that you didn't plan at first, but as writing, you just thought, hey, this character, someone like this would be fun of it?
A character that got added in a revision. Yeah, sure, but not a big character. Just little side characters. Yeah. Ashley.
Have you ever thought of having an exhibit? A museum exhibit?
Have I ever thought of having an exhibit of the photos? I'd love to do that at some point. Yeah, I have thought of it, but the Metropolitan Museum of Art has not approached me, so we haven't done this. Yes.
So I was wondering about your writing process. When you're about to write a book, do you make an outline, or do you have a corkboard with note cards, or?
It's more of a dartboard with plot possibilities, and I'm like, wow. I always make a outline, and then I never follow it. But I have to have something guiding me, some sort of scrap of a map at the beginning, or else it's just too, it could be anything. And I don't know what to do. Yes.
So in the Tales of the Peculiar, on the paperback release, you added a new chapter about the man who caught the sun. I forgot the name of the chapter specifically. Is he like a nod, like maybe an ancestor of Nor, since they share a similar ability?
They could be. Except she's from India and he's from Iceland. So they'd be pretty distant relatives.
Yeah.
But I do, there are definitely peculiars who have the same or related powers in the world. But I've resisted sort of, separating them into tribes.
Gotcha.
Anyone in the way back? Yes.
You're kind of making like the other books graphic novels like they did with the first two.
Oh yeah, they stopped making graphic novels, and I still don't know why. They did the first two, and I'm going to ask. I have a call with somebody in a couple of weeks, and they're like, "Can we do a Library of Souls graphic novel?" Because people keep asking. So maybe I'd like to do more. I thought they were good. In the back.
So in the beginning, we get the romance where it goes with Emma and Abe's story. What possessed you to write a romance between Emma and Jacob later on?
I'm gross. No, I mean, I just liked, it didn't seem totally inappropriate because they are the same age and Abe and Emma broke up like a half century ago. But I thought the weirdness would just be interesting. And, and Emma was so completely taken with Abe that it creates problems. As you know, if you read Map of Days, the problems don't go away very quickly. Yeah. What would my peculiar ability be? My answer's been unchanged for 7 years, which is I would be able to take pictures with my eyes just by blinking. Because I'm an amateur photographer, and let me take a picture of you guys. And it's very frustrating to see I do this happens to me all the time. I'll see a photograph, I'm like, that would be a perfect photograph if only that person would stop moving, and I had a camera with a 50mm lens and the light were a little better, which never happens. So I feel like my whole day is just like 100 missed opportunities. But if I could just and then it comes out of a USB port in my ear or something. That would be, okay, can you guys laugh again? Great, it looks like you're having fun. Okay, let's take two more and then we'll sign some books because there's a lot of you. Yes, sir.
Have you thought about an encyclopedia or compendium, book to accompany the storybooks?
Very interesting question. Did you guys hear that? Have I thought of an encyclopedia or compendium? I have. In fact, I might do that. If you guys want to read something like that? Yes. So here's the thing, I have so many photos that I would love to include in the books, which at this point, there's only one left after the one I'm writing now. I'm not going to get them all in there. And I have so many, stray ideas for like peculiarities or like groups of people or cool history tidbits, and I'm like, I want to do something with them. I think that'd be fun. So maybe I'll do that. And someone I haven't called in. Yes.
We are all obviously fans of yours, but who are your go-to authors?
My go-to authors. Well, have you guys heard of Talhada Mafi? She's my favorite. She really is, actually. She's deeply inspiring. Let's see. I've rediscovered Stephen King recently. I just read The Institute, which I thought was great. I read him constantly as a kid. Cormac McCarthy is great when I want to. Sometimes I'll go back to authors who I love and respect and I could never hope to be as good as, just to remember how to write in certain ways, because everybody does something differently well. Cormac McCarthy is like, well, it depends on the book, but so spare and incisive, and he can communicate a ton of stuff in like 2 sentences. And whoa. Tim O'Brien will read sometimes for just like wonderful personal memoir ideas. There's so many, I don't know. I was blank. It's like, what's your favorite record album? Forget. Immediately forget. Okay, let's sign some books, you guys. Thanks. This has been so much fun.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I actually do have a question about a character that was in Library of Souls, and I named him Bob the Hollow, Jacob's very first Hollow friend.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me he's alive.
He's alive.
In
He
the
makes
well.
an appearance in this book.
Yes. Because I was always like, save Bob the Hollow.
Bob the Hollow. Yeah, he doesn't have a name.
And that was the book signing of Ransom Riggs. It was so exciting, so many questions as to what happens in the very next book, and I just can't wait for its next release, and I hope he enjoys the rest of his book tour. My name is Sarah, and bye!